Hi, Pat the Podcast Editor here. This week, Dan and Lloyd discuss comparing yourself to others. Now, it isn't always a positive thing, but with the right attitude, it can motivate you and push you to work harder. Let's dive in.
So earlier this week, I was scrolling through social media and I discovered this up-and-coming agency. And they're like 50 people, and what they're doing looks really cool. And I was watching some of their content, and this was early on in the week. I was looking at their website, looking at what they do, and it really, really, really motivated me to want to do better. And when I was away, I was supposed to be on holiday last week, and I came in and worked because I was genuinely internally motivated to think, if they can do it, we can do it. So I wanted to, and it really motivated me. And it just got me thinking, like, you know, lots of people say don't compare yourself to others. Yeah. I actually had a really positive experience of comparing myself to others. But I don't know.
Well, you say people say don't compare yourself to others. I don't know who says that, but
people do say that, don't they?
Do they? Yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a bad thing comparing yourself to others if you're thinking like, I have to be as good as that person, because in this aspect of my life, so say on Instagram, I have to look that good as that Instagram model. But then also at work, you're saying, oh, I have to be as successful as Gary Vee. Because in reality, like, most people don't have the responsibilities and other things in their life like the same things you do. So that Instagram model is dedicating their life to looking like that, but they may be failing in lots of other areas of their life.
You don't know about.
So if you're comparing yourself to all these people that are great in these areas, and you're thinking, I should be great in all these areas, it's not realistic. But comparing yourself to someone as a like motivation and to think, I can do that is a good thing, I guess. But
then flipping on its head, part two of the story. Yeah. Yesterday, I was in the office on my own, and every now and again I was sifting through social media. Yeah. And I started looking more.
You were doing what? While you working?
Yeah, exactly. I had one of those days where I just was busy all day but didn't feel like I got much done. Yeah. So I was on social media. Yeah. And I looked at what they were doing, and then I actually started to feel rubbish, because then I started to look at what we're doing, and I thought, ours isn't as good as that. We could be doing better. In these small parts of what we do, I thought, that needs to improve. And then I felt a bit down, which is really weird, because early on in the week, I'd really built myself up. And then so I guess, I don't know, it's weird. It can work both ways, can't it?
But I think that's just a realistic picture of our business at the moment, to be honest, Dan. Like, there's some things I think we're doing well at, but I think especially over the last kind of month, I think I've realised there's a lot of areas of our business we can really improve, and there's lots of things I don't feel we're doing well enough at. I'm happy that we're delivering good results for our clients, and our clients are happy, but as in business growth and things
our own business.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Things that are going to help us grow our business, improve what we're doing. I think there's a lot of things we're not at the level we want to be. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to take hard work, but I suppose that's the reality of life, isn't it? Like, there are some things that is really you're going to feel positive about, and some things not so much. But yeah, so do you? Where are you now feeling positive or negative about?
I feel much better now. I think what helped me feel better was also the realization of comparing apples with apples and not apples with pears. So it's very easy to look at, you know, your example of these Instagram models or whatever, or my example of another agency who's got way more people and working with more brands and stuff, and to think they're like, where they are in their journey is somewhere different to us. So you can't compare those two things. So I think that helped me. And also I did this weird thing in my head where because I felt a bit rubbish, I thought to myself, this sounds really stupid, but I thought to myself, what am I grateful for? And then I thought of all these amazing things outside of work and inside of work. Yeah. And then I just thought that just makes everything else completely irrelevant. All these silly little comparisons I've been doing in my mind, all those other amazing things made you feel better.
It's hard. So basically, do the comparisons that make you feel good and want to do better. Don't compare yourself.
Well, no, I think this is the thing. This is why I think it's difficult, because I don't want to sit here and say, compare yourself with others because it will motivate you, but don't, because I think it really depends on the situation. And they were just two of the similar situations that I, in my mind, responded completely differently to. So I don't know what my advice would be, but good luck.
Thank you, Dan.
No, actually, my advice would be the apples with apples thing.
Yeah.
That's definitely one piece of advice. You know, you could compare yourself, but never compare yourself and judge yourself with someone who's like 5 years ahead of you, or they've had other variables that, you know, they've had £1 million investment and you haven't, or that kind of thing.
So there you go. So is comparison the thief of joy? Head back to episode 25 to find out. And we'll see you next week for another Knowlton Nugget.